Logan, if you don't know, is a movie starring Logan.
Where did you see it, by the way?
Where did I see it? Metro Point, I think.
Oh, so it wasn't anything special, huh?
No, it wasn't anything. It's just a regular. Yeah, Metro Point is like this kind of like a. Was it a Regal Cinemas? Like
Yeah, it's just like a regular, like kind of like one of those mega.
Yeah, but it's not even like mega anymore. It's like I think it's like 10 theaters.
Oh, I saw it at the new theater in Buena Park, the CGV. It's like 4DX theater.
What was amazing about it?
Well, the movie actually wasn't in 3D at all. They gave us 3D glasses, but like about a minute in, I was like, this shit isn't in 3D at all. But everybody still had their fucking 3D glasses. It was like a pre-screening. So it was kind of like, it wasn't, I guess like, it had Korean subtitles on it, so.
Yeah. Wait, was this in Buena Park?
In Buena Park, yeah. Well, Buena Park is like super Korean now.
Is it?
Yeah, totally, dude. And anyways, like 4DX, like 4D is like when your chair like moves with the action sequences,
okay.
and then like you actually feel like if it's like, I don't know, like if there's like a wind or storm, you might like actually feel like wind. Or I heard some theaters actually even like sprinkle you with water.
Oh, yeah, that kind of reminds me of like the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids ride at Disneyland. Is it kind of like that?
Oh, it's kind of, but you know what's funny is that no, well, it's similar, but like basically you only feel the movement. Well, we only felt the movement when there were like car chase scenes. It was really funny because like the previews, it moves with the previews too.
Yeah.
And so like there was one preview, I forget what it was, but it was like kind of like, I don't know, one of those high octane movies or whatever,
like
right?
Like Furious 8 or something?
Something like that. And then like it was just moving all crazy and I thought my popcorn was gonna spill out everywhere. And I was like, dude, like this is pretty nauseating, you know? I told the girl I went with, you know, that's what I told her. And then I was like, well, you know, this movie's probably not gonna have a lot of car chases anyway, so we're good. And fucking dude, that movie has a lot of car chases in there.
Does it?
Well, I mean, anytime the chair moved, it was during a car chase scene or a car scene.
How about the running scene? There's a lot of foot chases in that movie.
Well, like, I guess if somebody got like, you know, somebody like Logan wreck shop on somebody, or if somebody, you know, thrashed him pretty hard, you would feel it. Like it kind of moved like really abruptly. But a lot of car stuff, dude.
I guess
I'm just saying, you know, like it was just kind of weird, you know, that I said like, oh, how much fucking car stuff could this movie have? And then every time it moved was during a car part, and I was like, I don't know, it's just kind of ironic, I guess.
So I'm guessing you're not going to come back for Furious 8?
I don't know. I mean, I wasn't really that big of a fan, to tell you the truth. When I watch a movie, I want to just watch the movie. I don't want it to be like some like experience or something. I don't know. What do you
feel
think?
like just viewing it on the screen is experience enough?
Exactly. I mean, I'm going to just watch the movie and to fully appreciate the movie. I'm not going, if I wanted to go on like fucking like Captain EO or something, then I'd go on that, you know? I want to experience something.
I kind of feel like on something like that, it either has to be like, for me, I think, I want to check it out now.
Well, you should actually, because that place is going to be like really cool. I think they're going to try to bite Pacific City. It's like a whole big complex.
So it's in Buena Park.
It's in Buena Park.
Berry Farm or something?
It's kind of, a little bit north of there. So, you know where the new Portos is?
No.
Well, it's kind of like north of, it's like beach and I
where
want to
is
say
it?
Orangethorpe.
Okay, I know that.
Yeah, it's kind of, you know Kanghondong. It's like down the street from that. It's like one block down the street from that. We went there for my birthday, Korean barbecue.
Oh, with the over by the honey meat?
Honey meat, yeah.
Okay,
yeah. So you should definitely check it out. But, you know, I mean, honestly, all I felt was like, I felt like I was watching, I kind of felt like it was almost like Universal Studios-esque, you know? And I'm not, just me.
About that.
I'm not about that life.
I'm about that.
Yeah. Anyways.
I am though, I actually like those.
But check it out then. I mean, it's a new theater, so it's super nice.
I kind of feel like with like a movie like Logan, to do it like, it's like every time. I don't know, I just kind of imagine a guy just like standing next to you, just punching you in the chest a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, feel the pain.
Yeah.
Dog. This is the wrong movie to do it to.
Yeah.
Should have watched my dinner with Andre.
Yeah. So anyways, what I was getting at was like my experience with the movie was kind of, a weird experience. It wasn't
Yeah.
like what I was expecting, you know? Like I got a lot more than I was anticipating as far as like
Yeah.
I thought it was
So all your criticisms about the movie being too rumbly are probably not going to be the same as everybody else.
exactly, yeah. They're all like rumbly. What are you talking about? I was like,
Dude,
dude,
God, those car chases, they were well shot, but they were just so rumbly. They were over
yeah.
rumbly.
Like I really felt like I was getting thrashed around. I was like, oh wait, I was.
And this guy next to me kept punching me in the chest. Really, I couldn't get into the story, man. I was just like, oh my God, you have to use knives?
Yeah.
It's like, get it, it's Logan, it's Wolverine,
Yeah.
but you know, I'm watching this movie to avoid that.
Right.
But yeah, speaking of what do you call it, the movie theater I watched in, there's nothing special, but there's something very annoying about it. There's no like the bathrooms were like upstairs,
Yeah.
and the theaters are downstairs, which sucks. You have to take a pee while you're watching a movie, which I did. So
Well, you're not supposed to drink anything before you
I
go.
didn't drink anything.
You didn't plan accordingly then.
I did no. I mean, like I pee a lot. And now you know my deepest, darkest secrets. This podcast is getting to a good start, I think.
We're gonna edit that part out.
Now we're gonna highlight it. Okay, so what did you think of the movie?
Well, actually, I enjoyed it. It was good. It was very deep. It was a lot more intense, and I don't know, like it didn't have the feel of like a normal Marvel movie. It actually had the feel of like a real movie with just Marvel elements. What do you think?
I agree with that. I'm like very somewhat torn on this movie. I think overall it's a good movie, and overall I enjoyed it. But like, I don't know. Like I feel like it's like because I saw you saw this movie like basically when it came out, right?
Yeah,
Like
before it came out.
before it came out,
Pre-screened.
because you're special.
Yelp Elite, son.
Okay. I watched this movie I think about like 2 weeks after it came out, so pretty late into its release. So like by that time, like everyone's like most of the people I know that wanted to watch it watched it. I read some reviews, or at least I got like a temperature of what people thought of it. And
Yeah.
like I think like Rotten Tomatoes gave it like 97%.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like everybody I know is like, oh my God, this movie's amazing. You have to see it.
Yeah.
And like for me, I'm like watching it, and I can see where people are coming from because it is very different, very violent.
Yeah.
You know, refreshingly violent. I think in some ways too violent. I feel like there's a little bit too many decapitations.
Yeah, I think they kind of like running with that whole Deadpool thing, that rated R violent shit. You know?
A little
and
bit
then,
too much.
And then they saw how well Deadpool did,
Yeah.
and they're like, maybe.
There might be something. I'm gonna actually get into like what do you call it, like some theories about why their whole superhero thing is kind of a total mess.
Oh, okay.
Or I guess to kind of explain why Fox, Marvel movies are what they are. But it's kind of going back to what I think about it. And like in a lot of ways, I see where people are coming from because it is very different. There's a lot of really cool stuff in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought X-23 was done. Like I'm not really a big fan of little kids in action movies.
Yeah.
And I would say this is the best little kid in an action movie probably since like Edward Furlong in Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Like I thought she was great. She really sold that she was a little killing machine.
Yeah.
Like this. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so I thought X-23 was great. Mm-hmm. I thought like Caliban. I thought by and large most of the performances were really good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really great scenes in it.
Yeah.
Like the whole like seizure scene in Vegas was great. Or not Vegas, but Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
But like I felt like the overall construction of like if you took out all the Logan elements, it wasn't a Logan movie. It was just like some action movie.
Yeah.
Like a Western or something. It's trying to be like a Western.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's like that well constructed.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's a lot of it's a very inefficiently told movie.
Yeah.
Like there's a scene where Logan goes into like the farmhouse or whatever, and he meets up with that family, and it's like a nice kind of like happy moment. And then what do you call it? Donald Pearson and all those guys come in and they slaughter everybody.
Yeah.
And it seems like they only introduce those characters just to be killed. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's just very inefficient. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, set it up better, and also like at the end you meet the little kids,
Yeah.
and then you just meet them at the end, and all of a sudden it's like I don't care about any of them.
Yeah.
Like it's just not, it's not very well set up in a lot
Yeah.
of ways, and the story's not really well told. And then also like X-24, which is the Wolverine clone, like being the main villain, it's like he's not set up at all. And then when he comes out, it's like, oh, he's the main villain.
Yeah.
I don't care. And he's, for a clone of young Wolverine, he seems to get dispatched very easily,
Yeah.
to an extent. And
I don't know. He did a number on a lot of. He killed that whole family, dude.
he did, he wrecked him.
And he fucking wrecked shop on Professor X too.
That was pretty unexpected. I was not expecting that.
Does this movie have anything to do with any of the previous X-Men's? As far as like.
Well, according to James Mangold, who's the guy who directed the movie, basically this movie doesn't exist in any of the X-Men timelines.
Mm-hmm.
Which, to an extent, well, I guess X-Men 1, the first one, kind of matters because they do reference events in that movie, like the cage fighting and then the Statue of Liberty thing.
Yeah.
So my guess is something like, essentially in this movie's universe, X-Men 1 happened, and nothing else happened.
Yeah.
Which is, so to answer your question, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Because every X-Men movie is like that.
Mm-hmm.
Every X-Men movie is, essentially we're going to do this movie, and then anything else that happened in any of the previous movie doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Which I guess is kind of the charm of the X-Men franchise.
I don't know. They're by and large they're pretty inconsistent.
Very interesting. And this movie is, I think, carrying on that tradition.
Yeah.
It's a true Fox X-Men movie. Yeah. What did you think of? What do you call it? Donald Pierce.
Donald Pierce is the guy with the metal hand.
Yeah.
What is he supposed to be, by the way?
Well, in the comics, he was a part of the Hellfire Club.
Yeah.
He was the white, I think he was the white bishop, then he became the white king. He's kind of like a mutant-hating cyborg.
Yeah.
And then he eventually gets kicked out of the Hellfire Club because he hates mutants.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's like you gotta see that coming, man.
Yeah.
It's a mutant club.
Yeah.
You can't be going like, I hate mutants, and it's like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm a mutant. She's a mutant. The fat guy's a mutant.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
So anyway, he gets kicked out of that, and I think he kind of meets up with the Reavers.
Yeah.
Like he's apparently, his whole thing is that he's really good at building like robots and cyborgs and stuff.
Okay.
And he meets up with Lady Deathstrike, and he kind of becomes his own little villain.
Okay.
And
I don't feel like he exhibited a lot of those qualities at all.
He didn't
he could only fix his own hand.
yes,
right?
he didn't exhibit any of those qualities. Xander Rice was more Donald Pierce than Donald Pierce was, but it's. I liked him a lot though. I thought he was really good. I thought he was very mean and charming.
Yeah, he was.
That's all I have to say about that.
Overall, 5 stars.
I give it 3.5. Well, I don't really do a star thing. What do? I do 1 out of 10. What do you give it out of 10?
Out of 10, I would say a solid 7.5.
I give it a 7. I feel like that's a very 7 movie.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's like a funny story about this movie.
Yeah.
You know how Caliban's in this movie, right?
Yeah.
And then you know how Caliban's also in X-Men Apocalypse, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 Calibans that look fairly similar, right?
Yeah.
And I think they asked somebody, I think either the director or somebody involved in Logan, is like, oh, how come you didn't, use the guy who played Caliban in X-Men Apocalypse?
Yeah.
How come you got this new guy? And then I think, let's just say James Mangold,
Yeah.
basically said that he had no idea that X-Men Apocalypse even had Caliban in it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that explains a lot. Because it's like, how do you not know what's going on in the universe you're in? You know what I mean?
Right. That's just like sloppy research right there.
And also what do you call it? Apparently this is true as well. Like, Fox didn't even know that X-23 existed. Like they were, before they made this movie. I mean, obviously they know now, but they were kind of like, I guess someone asked the question like, did you make this movie so that like now that Hugh Jackman's, he's gonna, what do you call it? His contract is over. He's not gonna be Wolverine anymore.
Yeah.
Did you want to have like X-23? Was it your plan to have X-23 kind of fill that role?
Yeah.
And the guys are like, we didn't even know we had this character.
Yeah.
We didn't even know this character even existed, and we had the rights to it, or it even was even written at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, that explains so much about why these movies are the way they are.
Yeah.
And I kind of think like I was thinking about this on the way here, or earlier today. Like, I think the one thing that separates, like, the reason why the Marvel MCU, like the Disney ones, like do so well and they're so well made and people like them and they capture the spirit of the comics better than like say the DCU or Fox's attempts or Sony's attempts, is like they're literally made by Marvel. Like the comic book company is the company. I mean, obviously it's different divisions, different people.
Yeah.
But it's the same company that's doing it.
Yeah.
Like Warner Brothers. I mean, granted, Warner Brothers owns DC, but I don't think it's DC making the movie. I think it's like Warner, like the film division.
Yeah.
And obviously, Fox, they don't even read comic books.
Yeah.
But they're making.
So there's like a huge disconnect.
Yeah. Like, and I feel like that's kind of like the thing about Logan that bothers me is like James Mangold. I don't think he likes comic books or reads comic books. Yeah. Which is fine if you're gonna make like Walk the Line or something. Yeah. But like when your source material is a comic, it's kind of like, let's say he made Walk the Line, which is he made the Johnny Cash movie Walk the Line. Yeah. And he like didn't decide like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna make this movie, but I'm not gonna listen to any Johnny Cash songs. Yeah. It would be a weird movie, right? Right. And that's kind of how I feel like this movie is like. Because
you don't feel like it captured the essence of the comic?
Not at all, because it's essentially based on. Okay, like it's based on a lot of stories I know. Yeah. Sort of. Yeah. Like, it's supposed to be based on Old Man Logan. Mm-hmm. While I haven't read Old Man Logan, I know the whole story really well. Like I watched a lot of YouTube videos explaining it, and it doesn't follow Old Man Logan at all. Obviously, Old Man Logan, you can't really do it. Yeah. Like Fox can't really do it properly because it involves like the Red Skull and Hawkeye and like the Hulk and everything. Yeah. So you can't have them in the thing. But I mean, there wasn't any analogs to it. Like nobody played like the role of what the Hulk would play. Yeah. Or like what Red Skull would play. Yeah. So on and so forth. It's basically just like it's similar to Old Man Logan in the sense that it stars Logan and he's old. Yeah. And that's literally, I think, the only similarity between the two. Yeah. And it's sort of based on Death of, what do you call it? Like Death of Wolverine. Mm-hmm. But the only similarities that Logan has to Death of Wolverine, the story, is that he's Wolverine and he dies. And I don't think there's really, and I think he wears a suit in Death of Wolverine. He wears a suit here. Oh, so there's no real similarities. And to an extent, it's similar to like this old, there's like this old X-Men story. Mm-hmm. In like X-Men 250 something, where basically like the X-Men fight the Reavers, they take over their Australian base, and then the Reavers come back and attempt to slaughter the X-Men. Yeah. But then all the X-Men, instead of being killed by the Reavers, they go through this crystal called the Siege Perilous. Yeah. I'm not gonna get into it; it's crazy in comic books. But and then so all the X-Men basically go into this crystal, and then they become mind wiped and they lead a new life essentially. So the only one left is Wolverine. He comes back to their base and they're like, holy shit, all the X-Men are gone. And there's like these Reavers, and the Reavers come and they just beat the shit out of Wolverine and essentially crucify him. Yeah. And then like Jubilee saves him. Yeah. So, to an extent, okay, replace X-23 with Jubilee, it's kind of a similar story. Yeah. But they don't really follow that either, and I feel like all that's fairly coincidental, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's a bummer, man. I don't know, I feel like they need to, I don't know, like maybe like have more respect for, or pick people to make these movies that actually like, hey, I grew up reading the comics. Yeah. I'm sure that can't be that hard to find.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear where you're coming from. But for the lay person, they probably don't really care about all that source material stuff. Do you think they can enjoy it still?
Logan?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's good. But kind of going back to like the whole, like that's kind of like the big argument about like why that doesn't matter, because like what does like the regular person think? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like what do they care? And it's like, if you ask them, do you care if they're like, this comic book movie is based on the comic book, they're gonna tell you no, because they don't care. Yeah. But it's like, what they do care about, what does translate is, does the director of this movie care about the source material?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that matters, and that comes through in very subtle and kind of ways you really can't quantify.
Yeah.
And I guess too, what do you call it? You know, for everyone that's like, everyone likes numbers, right?
Yeah. I know.
Who's killing it right now?
I'm just kidding.
What?
I said I don't. I was
know
just
you
trying to troll you.
Yeah,
Well, who's killing it right now?
yeah, you know, Disney, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, you know, clearly they're doing something right. And I feel like more people should, I don't know, have that, you know, take that approach.
Yeah. Recognize.
That being said, though, you know, like that scene where Professor X is having a seizure and like all those like Reapers are like frozen in place.
Yeah.
And Wolverine walks up to each one and like just like pops them in the head.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of cool shit in this movie. It's definitely worth watching. Like I think I'm being a bit negative on it, but
I feel like
it's a lot of fun.
Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart were just so elated that they could like show acting.
Oh yeah, like especially Patrick Stewart. He was like so like, I'm gonna show this emotion and then this emotion. It's like I got Alzheimer's here, but I'm so happy to see this little girl here. And it's just like,
I was telling you, man.
I think it's because like I feel like sorry for Patrick Stewart because if you look at like for fun for you people at home, go on IMDb and look up Patrick Stewart and look at the movies he's in. Like he's in a lot of like real like if I was like a serious actor, I would be like, oh man, you know what I mean? It's a lot of silliness.
Yeah.
A lot of like, you know, pretending that guy like in really bad monster makeup is like a living, breathing human.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, and I thought he was fantastic. Hugh Jackman's great too. I mean, he's always good. Always good to see him do well.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Don't you feel like they were just so happy about that R rating that they just dropped the F word like as much as they could in the first 30 minutes too?
I know, dude.
I was like, man.
They were just like, finally. It seemed like almost like, you know what it kind of felt like?
Yeah.
Kind of like an 80s horror movie.
Yeah.
How it was just like, let's just start hacking people apart, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's real grim.
Yeah.
Like that opening scene where he just like chops that dude's arm off.
Yeah. Like, oh.
Like, ugh.
I felt that. No, I really did feel that.
Yeah.
In that chair maybe.
Because like the thing about like Wolverine is like, he's not that, like in the comic books, he's really not that violent.
Yeah.
Like he's, you know, obviously a tough guy and he kills people, but he's not, you know, he's not like, I don't know, what's a good example? Thing that cuts off heads. Whatever, you know. I need to have like a handy cheat sheet of like metaphors I need to go to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, next time.
Well, next time. We're just
working our way back into
yeah.
Anything else you want to say about it?
Yeah.
I feel like there's like one more thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I don't think he should have died.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes with the whole construction thing, because it's like they're trying to like I feel like the whole point of that movie is Wolverine, you know, it kind of like hints towards him being more of like a mentor, you know, kind of like taking responsibility and becoming a mentor, kind of becoming like Professor X.
Yeah.
You know, I know like they go on about like, you're dying, Wolverine, you're dying, your healing factor sucks, you're dying, and then he dies.
Yeah.
But I feel like that element, that kind of theme was very forced, and I feel like the natural theme would be to kind of be like the leader of the new generation.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like the natural ending should have been him leading these little kids, you know, into like, you know, a brave new world.
Remember when he takes that like potion that makes him like kind of, it's like steroids or whatever?
Mutant steroids.
Yeah, it didn't last very long.
He was like, oh, and then he gets shot many times, like, oh.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It lasted like maybe like an hour.
I don't even think it lasted an hour, dude. It lasted like 20 minutes, man.
It's like cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hated the fact that what do you call it? Like the last guy, like the big tough guy, was like a clone of him.
Yeah.
But I felt it was kind of funny though.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know how like the big like criticism on X-Men movies that they're too Wolverine centric.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, Days of Future Past, you know, let's eliminate everybody that's not Wolverine and make it all about Wolverine.
Yeah.
You know, that's, you know, Dark Phoenix Saga is basically just, you know, Wolverine saving the day. It had nothing to do with the original Dark Phoenix Saga.
Yeah.
And I feel like this movie is just like, fuck it. We'll make Wolverine's the main character. His sidekick is a clone of Wolverine. His enemy is another clone of Wolverine. And the whole movie is going to be all about cloning Wolverine because he's the best. He's the ultimate. It's like, if you were like an evil organization bent on creating super soldiers, wouldn't you like clone Cyclops? You know what I mean, he can shoot laser.
Cyclops is. I mean, if you on paper.
Yeah.
He would fucking destroy Wolverine.
Yeah, boom, laser beams. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's like if I'm gonna fight a war, do I want a guy that, you know, I have to like send him in and he has to like, you know, run in around and slice people, or just have a dude just stand like, you know, like 100 yards away and just
fucking optic blast them to fucking smithereens.
Or Storm, who can control the weather, or Magneto, who can control, you know, metal. I feel like that's a lot more useful. Like, I don't know how Wolverine's the ultimate killing machine.
Oh man. Weapon X.
Weapon X.